Hi everyone, I'm Kimberly Mulcahy. Heather wanted me to go ahead and record this week's call. Sorry about the confusion, but today I'm going to be talking about ads and how I run them, why I run them, how I got started, and hopefully I can walk you through some steps that will help you be successful as well. For those of you who don't follow me in our Team One page or, are friends with me on Facebook, I'm Heather's personally sponsored coach. I've been a coach or an active coach, I should say, for just a year now. I am Diamond Coach, and I'm just now starting to build a solid team. So I have been running ads for, I would say, about 7 or 8 months. I want to go in and ask a couple questions, and hopefully, we'll get the chance for you to ask me questions that you might have. But, why I run ads, are they necessary? Which I think that we've all learned through personal development or things from Chalene or whatever, that they are important. And if they're right for you. Why I started ads in the first place is because I had gone through what I felt like was my warm market, and I wanted to grow my business quicker. I didn't want to spend any wasted time going to other interest page and finding people there and, making those relationships. I wanted a more expedited rate to success, I guess you could say, or at least people to talk to and build relationships with that I felt like were initially interested in what I had to offer. And I wasn't posting, as you will see, through my ads that, it wasn't like, 30-day challenge, come join my 21-day fix. It's a little bit different than that. I still build relationships through the ads that I run. And I can honestly say that my following, I feel, has become pretty solid, and I have to attest that to the ads I've run. There are obviously tons and tons of ways to run an ad. I'm not an expert by any means. You can boost a post, you can promote your page. I think those are all questions that we all have. We all want to know more about and wish that there were more people that help us get there. But, like I said, I'm not an expert. All I'm going to discuss with you today is what works for me and how I do things. And then hopefully, like I said, we can ask some questions at some point. So where to start? Obviously, to run an ad, you need to have a like page. So if you're a new coach and you don't have a like page and you want to start running ads, then I would suggest setting one up. Reaching about 100 followers on that page before you start really investing money into ads, because the more followers I think that you have on your page, the better success of it reaching people that you have. So I would do that, set up your like page, and then I'll go into the steps. I think I can screen share. This is new to me, so we'll kind of work through it together. But you're going to post to the ad that you want to post to your like page, and you're actually going to run it kind of through your personal page. So I can, again, I'll share that with you. But I think one thing I want to talk about first is that first and foremost, before you say, I want to run ads and, get all these people, is that you need a brand. And, you've heard this time and time again, brand yourself. What is your niche? What do you want to offer people? And this is honestly where to start. You have to find that brand, because as you start running ads and you invest more money in the posts that you do, you want a place of reference for people to look around and kind of get a sense of who you are before they even start talking to you. Because if they can't figure that out, and they can't figure out if they're the kind of person that that they're going to connect with, they're probably going to go elsewhere. So build a brand on both your personal page and your like page. And for me, my opinion is that they should be somewhat congruent. They should be, kind of crossed in a sense, because the way I run my ads is I bring people from my like page to my personal page so that I can put them in my challenge groups. And if I'm portraying something completely different on my personal page than I am on my like page, again, people are confused as to why that's happening. So again, I try and make my brand consistent as much as I can on both my like page and my personal page. I kind of want to say that as they're looking around, you want to show them who you are without having to explain it in a conversation that you're having. Kind of give them a sense of who you are up front, and then you don't have to spend that time going and telling your story. Really, they're gonna get a sense of who you are from your post and who you portray yourself on your page. So and this is a little side note too, I feel like I should add, is this is another reason why I'm building a website. A lot of people in Team One and in our leadership groups ask me what my opinion is on a website and practical social media. And my opinion is that you absolutely need this. And here's why, because I think that it all allows you to expedite the process, give people that place of reference to go to find out more about you so that you don't have to spend that time talking to them about it. And it'll give them more tools to kind of browse around, and maybe you'll get them interested in something else that you're offering. I don't know. I just feel like that's a whole nother different topic, but I just feel like it's important. And then, like I said, I've built my entire following almost through my ads on both my personal page and my like page. And let's see, I'm reading from some notes. I don't want one person. No, let's skip that. Sorry. Okay, so I look at ads at kind of two different ways. To build relationships and hopefully make some great friendships that I can, have some strong people on my team. Again, I think we've all heard that you want to build a team that you want to hang out with. Those people you are, be picky with people that you bring to your team. It's going to be more solid. And again, you're going to get more out of it. And then two, I used to be in the customer service industry at a 5-star resort for about 9 or 10 years. So maybe that is this is where it's coming from. But I try and look at it kind of as providing, when I'm initially talking to these people and helping these people get to the point of registering for a challenge pack, I think of it as providing the most elite, top-notch customer service that I possibly can. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be at their beck and call, but I do believe that in a sense, for myself, that, I try and get back to them in a reasonable window, because I don't want them to lose interest or let them feel that I'm too busy for them, or that I just don't care about initiating that first response. So, I think that it shows them that you care, and that you are there to truly help them and get them started on their journey. Because from what I've learned, some people just don't want to be your friend. It's not, it is about relationship building, but again, on another side of the story is that they just want help. And that's what we're here for as well, is to help these people get their lives back on track. And maybe the friendships will come a little later, but sometimes people just don't want that from you. So, I look at that from a customer service standpoint. Because again, you just have to show them that you're likable and that you're here to help, and those are the people that will continue to follow you. And if they don't purchase at that moment, they will come back to you. I promise. I've learned that through the short amount of time that I've been running ads. Another big point for ads is content is king, and pictures are super important. If you like my like page, the girl with the glitter headband, sorry I don't have it on today, maybe that's a bad thing, but you'll be able to see which pictures of mine are ads. You'll see a little bit more engagement, and then the big ads that I run, you'll see crazy responses. Like, hundreds of likes, and maybe like 60 plus email addresses and engagement underneath the post. So if you look through my pictures, you'll be able to tell which ones are my ads. And I do kind of use the same content. I learned that from Jennifer. She kind of helped me get started on my ads. Obviously, she's super successful with her team and for herself using ads. So I kind of followed her lead. I don't do them as often as she does, but I do try to emulate what has worked for her. Like I said, the pictures are what stops people from scrolling. We've heard it before. Make a scroll stopping picture, use a scroll stopper. And that's what I do. I want people to stop what they're doing, read what I have to say, and I try and make it as short as possible. And then I have a call to action at the end of my description. And also sometimes I use pictures of myself and sometimes I don't. I've been experimenting with that more and more. But I think for people starting out, don't use pictures of yourself. Use something that's scroll stopping. For whatever reason, it's super successful. So let's see. And as you build more likes on your page, I think that you can emulate more pictures of yourself for your bigger ads. So here are some questions. I came up with some questions for you to ask yourself about the picture and maybe about the post before you go ahead and run your ad. And first you want to ask yourself, is the text too long? Is it a huge story that people are going to get lost in and don't have time to read? Is the photo striking and high quality? Obvious. This is obvious, I hope. Would you personally stop and look at this photo and read what the person has to say? If not, pick another. There's hundreds of photos out there. I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to find what you would actually stop to look at. Do you have a logo visible? And I say that for when you start using your own photos. You want to be able to have a logo in the corner or something to show people that you're a brand, number one, and for them, if they share it, for those people who see it, maybe to help bring them back to you and to your page. Is the call to action in the right place, and does it get people's attention right away? Are you directing them to a specific location? Again, I will show you how to do this. I direct them from my like page to my personal page, and are they sending you an email or something like that? So now we'll get into the steps a little bit more. Boosting a post versus an actual post engagement ad, are they the same? It kind of looks like they are these days, but I'm not really sure. So this week, I'm kind of thankful that we didn't record the call earlier, because I've been playing around with boosting a post versus running a big ad, and I've gotten some traction from that, so that's good news, I guess, that I can share. I haven't really boosted a ton of single posts and experimented with it much, but I am starting to do that. So as I learn more, of course, I'll share it with you guys. Facebook changes things often. It's tricky, it's frustrating, and you just kind of have to learn as you go. But when you run an ad, it used to say a post page engagement, and now it's an actual boost. So again, that's where I'm kind of a little confused, as if they are essentially the same thing now. Shalene said originally that you never want to waste money boosting a post, but so if someone knows the answer to this or can clarify if they are the same, that would be great. But from what I can tell, I think that they kind of are the same. So and in the book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, it's really great if you guys haven't read it. A sponsored story is also great ad content, just something to keep in mind. So let me see if I can figure this out to screen share as to how I would initially set up an ad. So let's see, share screen. I will go to this. Okay, so this brings me to my like page. Let's see, we can go down. I will find a picture for you. So this is my recent ad. I will show you real quick that I did use a picture of myself for an ad, and I spent way more money doing my own picture with less engagement than I did a few days later when I reran it and used a picture like this. So as you can see from my description, it says, I am looking for people who want to get in the best shape of their lives in only 30 minutes a day while earning extra income from home. The 21-day fix is only 2% of your day that will fit into even the busiest of schedules. If you're ready to change your lifestyle, love helping others, and want to earn extra income, please add me at, that's the call to action, at my personal Facebook page, Kimberly Mulcahy, or leave your email below. So then I will hit home. You will post that onto your like page, and then you'll come over here, scroll down until you see create ad. So if you scroll over, boost your post, you will still see that it says post page engagement, and that is what you want. So click on that. It will find your like page, and then you'll have a drop down menu where it shows all the different recent posts, and you can select that, whichever one that you're wanting to run an ad for, and continue. You can rename it if you'd like. If you have multiple posts going at the same time, you might do that to help yourself out and stay organized. Then this is where I probably do it a little bit differently than some, but I only target location, age, and gender. I do not do interests on my big ad. And I understand both sides as to why you would want to narrow your interests, as well as the side where you would not. And the reason why I do not on my big ad is because I want to find new people. I want to find people that may or may not be super involved in health and fitness and that sort of thing, to bring them to my page so that we can actually talk about changing some things in their life. So I will put, let's just use Frisco, Texas, and Toronto, Canada. Okay, I do one in the United States and one in Canada. I've done this for the last couple months. I have found that Canadians are super friendly, and they are willing to talk to you, and they are serious about their goals. They don't blow you off, expect it to be free. We know we don't want to waste our time on that. So that's just what's worked for me. For whatever reason, I narrow the age group from 25 to 55. Don't know why, but it's what works. So I'm going to use what works. And I use women. And you can change this too if you want. You can change it to +10, 0 if you want. So you'll see over here the potential reach. I try and keep it around this number right here, the 820,000 to about 900,000. Jennifer might be able to speak on this a little more, what she does, but that's what I do for myself. And then down here, for a huge ad, like my ad once a month, I do anywhere from $100 to $120 a day. And then I hit, go down to the bottom and hit place order. So once you do that, your ad is going to be in review, and you'll see it up here like this. This one wasn't approved. It was for a while, but it says my text is too much. So again, that's something you have to play with, but you'll see it on here and it'll say not approved. It'll actually say in review right here. So, and a lot of times you'll get a notification saying that it was approved or it wasn't, or sometimes I get an email. So you can kind of keep an eye on that. Sometimes it takes anywhere from an hour to almost 24 hours for it to be approved. I personally run my ads around Wednesday and Thursday. I feel like those are the most successful days for me. And you want to make sure when you do set that up for after you enter the amount, that it's per day versus the lifetime budget of an ad. And you can stop it. So once you reach that $120 or whatever, you can inactivate it and stop, paying for your ad. You still might pay a few dollars if people are clicking on it, but for the most part, you'll be done paying for it. And, when I invest, $100 might seem like a lot of money, but it's typical that I will make anywhere between 200 and 400% on my investment. So if I invest $100, I'm looking to make about $200 to $400 from that ad. Now, I will say that it might not be all at one time, but again, my following has come from ads, and I've had tons of people come back in later months and purchase them. So it all evens out across the board. So that's kind of it on that. Now, if you want to promote your page, you'll see it that I have done it for a couple months now. This is showing my lifetime budget. Like I said, it's an investment. From what I've learned from Brandy Bots, she suggests for her coaches and her team that you not do that until you've reached diamond status, because it is a little bit more of an investment. But again, that's up to you. So, if I divide that number, the 500 and some dollars, by, how did I do that? Anyway, I did the math, and I'm making about I'm only spending 14 cents a like, which is good, because Practical Social Media says you want to be about 20 cents or below. So I am below, so I'm happy with that. And now that I'm getting and posting more consistently, I'm getting better traction, and thus I'm finding who my target market is. When I set up my promote my page, even though that's not an ad, I'll go ahead and tell you that I spoke to Brandy Bots about this personally and asked her if she narrowed her interests on this. And she told me no, because she wanted to reach the most amount of people and not restrict anyone from liking her page. And I understand that as well. So that's what I did. Now, when I've started to play around with boosting my posts or a video or something like that, like this one right here, you'll see I did a boost post on this, and I have 43 likes, 28 shares, which is great, and 4 comments. I spent $5 on that, guys. It's super worth it. So, and on this, I did target my market. I put in a few tags like exercise, ab exercises, physical health. I just did a couple and it paid off. So I think in that sense, if you're doing, a sponsored story or something like this, I would maybe suggest playing around with putting in a target market. So another super important thing, I'll try and finish up here, is I do my very best to use the yes ladder, as Megan explained a few weeks ago, is that she thinks that this is super important for her business, and I cannot agree more. I was kind of always on that same track. I try and take my time and really get to know these people's goals, and I can kind of I'll post a sample conversation if that will help you guys, as well as how I utilize that with the people that I meet through ads. Since you don't know these people at all, you really have to buckle down and try and get to know what their goals are and how to move forward with them. Another key point that I will say, I know Jennifer posts about it a lot, but ads are, when you start investing $100+, they're super time consuming. So, and again, this all reverts back to providing good customer service. If you don't want to invest that amount of time and you don't have that amount of time, I would not invest that sort of money, especially right out of the gate, because I think you'll find yourself completely overwhelmed and sorry you did that. And you might lose some people or give people a bad impression of you, if you forget about them or if you're not getting back to them as quickly as they had anticipated. Kind of get ready for it being time consuming. And this also comes down to being organized. You need to have a system in place. I use Evernote. I break it down per month. I don't have it on this computer or I would show you, but I put it in a spreadsheet and I make a note of who is responding back to me and that I'm engaging with out of the huge list of people that I get from those ads. And those are the people that if don't purchase from me that particular month, that I follow up with. I'm not gonna waste my time and follow up with somebody that never responded back to me asking what their health and fitness goals are. I don't have time for that. And at this point, I have hundreds and hundreds of people that I could be following up with. And I just don't have time to do that. So be organized, put something in a spreadsheet or find out what works for you. And make note of who you're talking to, who you followed up with. I don't make super detailed notes about everything and what their goals are. I try and save their conversations in my Facebook so that I can reference them when I follow up. But, you just kind of find out a system that works for you. And another little quick tidbit that I have found works really well, especially, you can offer incentives if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on how my month is going. But I always, always, always use the verbiage to register versus order or purchase. It sounds scary. It sounds kind of like salesy to me. And so you kind of want to give them a sense of it's kind of a club. And so that's what I use. I say register by, and I give them a deadline. You got to give these people a deadline or they're never going to actually make that step to buy a challenge pack from you. So I hope this helps. I hope it's recorded after all of that. So yeah, I can't wait to hear your questions, and I'll help you as much as I can. But this is my system, and it's worked for me. It is working for me. I feel like I'm going in the right direction. So I hope it helps, and I'll talk to you guys later.